Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. I would like to show you how to cut out some of these really cute dragons and knights and castles from the Designer Series paper stack called Myths and Magic. Okay, I made a little label to put on my folder. Myths and Magic, Designer Series paper by Stampin Up. Okay, I haven't tried this yet because I didn't want to actually go through with it and mess up my paper, so I'm going to try it with you. I just opened the package. And the first thing I do, I turn on my machine, and I'm going to go ahead and say scan, and then I want to directly cut. Okay, I'm going to hit direct cut. I'm going to try black and white recognition mode. If that doesn't work, we'll try color. Okay, go ahead and I'm going to load the paper. Okay, this is glittery paper. It's just incredibly awesome, especially with shows like Game of Thrones being so popular. I think this is a great theme paper. Okay, I'm rubbing it on as it's scanning. Now I didn't want to put any tape on it or anything while it's scanning, but once it recognizes, I can use some masking tape, you know, to hold it in place. All right, let's see what happened. You're gonna say okay? Well, up here did a pretty good job. Let's just go for it. Okay, I'm gonna go for it because I see a lot of recognition here. And if I do color, it's going to take a long time. So we're just going to go ahead and say, ignore object size. I'm going to ignore the very small objects. I don't want to ignore the really, really small. I'm just going to go with about 1/3 of an inch because I just want to ignore the tiny little bits, but I still want those cute trees. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, in the interest of this tutorial, select this section here. Well, let's go over this section here. Did it get that? There we go. That way I could still use some paper for other things, okay? And I get to show you without making you wait like a very long time to watch it. Okay, I do want outline distances around my items. I hope that doesn't make them too close together, but I'm going to go ahead and add an outline distance. I'm going to choose the default 0.04. I'm going to say okay. And we'll see what's left, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete the little bits. All right, so I'm looking at I'm looking down at my paper, and I see that all this is good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this little bit because I'm going to get rid of this little bit because I don't want to mess up that section. You see there's a dragon there? So like later on, I don't want to mess up that section of the paper. Same goes for these little bits down here. Because if you're not going to cut the whole piece of paper, you might as well not mess up sections by cutting too close into things. All right, I like these trees. I like all the rest of the trees. I like what's going on. I like the amount of things that cut out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say cut. Now, let's do one thing. I got to change my blade depth to about 5.5 because we got some really glittery paper going on here. I usually use 5 with cardstock or 4 with Designer Series paper, but there's a lot of glitter. I'm just going to go ahead and put 5.5. I hope I'm not putting it on a little, too deep. And now, even though this is a new mat, they lose their stickiness pretty quick, so I'm just, as it's cutting, just to not ruin my paper, I am adding a couple little extra pieces of masking tape. Okay, you can use low-tack painter's tape, masking tape, or whatever, or just rub it with your fingers while it's, or the spatula while it's cutting. You just don't want that paper slipping while it's cutting. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you, even though it's loud. I hate to do that, but I need to make use of this time. And I don't want to splice videos together. That takes a lot of time for video editing, so I'm just going to go ahead and record. So, here's what we have in the package. Super cute, okay? When I opened up the package, this was the first thing I saw. And I definitely will be trying to cut these out, but there's not enough contrast between the skin tone of the mermaid and the white in black and white recognition mode, so I'm probably going to have to use color for that. Okay, so that's the mermaids, and then we have this really nice like fish scale, mermaid scale pattern. Okay, which is great. Okay, some stars. And they actually glimmer a little bit. Okay, some clouds. I'm loving this whole whimsical theme. Okay, you already saw this paper. So what's on the back? We have a nice pattern on the back. Well, you know, I'm glad they just put that plain pattern on the back, because I hate when you buy designer series paper and they put like two cool patterns back to back and you're like, which one should I use? Well, this one's a no-brainer. I'll definitely be using this pattern versus that. Okay, and then we have little trees. Okay, little trees, little wizards. They're so cute as they are. I think I'm going to be able to do something really cute, make some treats out of these. But I probably won't cut them out because they're so small already and they make a nice background. Okay, and then we have another pattern. Kind of not sure why I make a pattern like that, but that's because on the other side you have awesome unicorns. That's why. And they wanted to put some plain on the other side. So there's awesome unicorns. And then we have our floral pattern, which is nice. And oh, look at these. Like I said, the bubbles. You know, when I look at these things in the catalog, they definitely don't do it justice. That's for sure. Pretty nice paper now. Yeah, it's nice when it looked in the catalog. So, what rating we're going to open up? Magical Makes Framework Styles. Okay, so what's really cool about this? Right here, I'm thinking, this one, right away I noticed there's a knight. Okay. That looks like a knight to me. So I think I can, I'm going to pull him off, hold this there so you can see them. And, okay, it does cut. It really won't cut the designer series. It will cut the designer series paper a little bit, maybe. Nope. I can't quite find a knight on this paper that fits this, so it's just going to probably go with the stamp. Sometimes you get these dies, and one of them fits right with the designer series paper, but I just held it over the knights on this paper, and I don't see it fitting. But you got your dragon outline. I mean, the wizard. This is fantastic. This is just a fantastic set of dies. And I'm going to love this one because, you know, this die here is going to be the outline for, you know, have a magical day. Which definitely is going to go with some of my Disney projects, right? Because that's the theme. Okay, Magic Kingdom theme. All right, let's say okay. And let's go ahead and remove the mat. Let's say okay. Now, what I was doing, you might not have been able to see me. I was like, as it was cutting, it was slipping a little bit. And I was panicking. It's like, oh. I was like, let me not ruin this paper. So I was putting tape on it. I'm just going to pull that tape off. I was just doing that so that my paper wouldn't slip, because you don't want to go through all this work, scanning and recognizing and cutting, only to find out that your paper slipped and you have to start the whole project over again. Especially when you only have one pack of paper. This is all I have, so I'm using, you know, one of my only 2 sheets. All right, so I did that. Took the tape off. Oh, that was a good blade depth. Remember I said I used a blade depth of 5.5. I mean, I probably could have just went with 5, but this paper's super thick and glittery, and I was just, you know, making sure. All right, so let's move that off there. Remember, I only selected the top. When we were doing this in the beginning, I'm just going to pull back a little. I only selected that area, okay? That one area, and that's why that's all we cut. All right, and I think it did a fantastic job. So to get the objects off of the mat, what I do is I just bend the mat, and then the objects come right off the mat. You don't need to use fancy spatulas or anything. I mean, fantastic. Stick this little dragon. I mean, great job. Look at little trees. I mean, whoa, way to go. Super cool. Move closer. I'm going to pull off a couple more just to show you. Okay, so this is my result. And I really like the one, I like it having a little outline distance of 0.04. And I like all these objects, and I can't wait to do projects with them. I'm thinking those little gable boxes are going to be nice to decorate with these, and, you know, using the stamps that go along with it, which I also have now. All this stuff will be available, you know, January 1st. So please check out my website because I have links to my store, and I'm also going to have them in this post. And you will get to see the occasions catalog and the things that you can get for free during celebration. Okay, so again, Miss and Magic. That's the name of the designer series paper. And the dies are called Magical Mates. And we have a stamp set to go with it. So stay tuned for projects I create with this. Thank you for watching.